Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's underscore Ginto back again to the root of today. Here we are. It's one-on-one live coverage, and I'm starting this kind of the video at this kind of a good shade here that I'm just going to be chilling here a little bit so I can just have this kind of the content coming today. So I've seen much of the troublesome that are just kept holded onto the YouTube platform, and I've talked about this is just the clearance, and from this kind of the position, much of the people going to be seeing much of the roughness that are going to be coming out, because it has been too much, because everyone talk about, oh, Ginto is this way, Ginto is that way. So this is going to be the last moment and the last thing I'm just going to be doing to them, and I'm just asking them that they should understand the real program, how it's running, and much of the accusations. Accuse me while you are knowing that this is 100%. Don't come to the street here talk about, oh, Ginto has done this, Ginto has done that one, Ginto has done those ones, and whenever you go to the grassroots, things are different. And I don't know how you can just answer such kind of a question. Whenever you can be just aligned, you're talking about, oh, Ginto is jealous of me, Ginto is I don't know what of this and this. And to the real fact, whenever you come to the real scenario on how the things are just running, you are becoming too much at this kind of an extent. And it's just one of the warning that I'm going to be giving out, because it has become too much in a sense that people think now they have got a content for them to express that, oh, this is this. They have just, I've given them the mandate to use that kind of the lady the way they want to use her. But I don't have much of the way of talking about, oh, whenever they talk about, yes, we just come and we go for somewhere, we do whatever they want to do, I'm not bothered. And whatever they want to talk about, I'm not bothered with it. But when it comes to the scenario of the real life, a man-eat-man society, understand that there are some of the protocols you have to understand before coming with much of the content out. So this kind of the video going to be coming to you right now, because it's much of describing which kind of the accusations that were coming out. I've seen much of the trending faces that were coming out that, oh, it is this way, it is that way, it is over this way, and we are just one-on-one to make sure that we're going to be checking which kind of this kind of the trending faces. And a person is talking about somebody. Ginto has been put with somebody, talk about the ladies here and there, and talking about, oh, Ginto has been using 1,000 shillings, I'll be using 100 shillings to lure this kind of the people so they can just, and I'm trying to help much of the people whom this kind of the people, they are just talking. They have never talked about, hey, please, any problem with you? But whenever it comes, whenever they see Ginto is now acting perpendicularly, they're now talking about, oh, you know, it is this way, Ginto has done this way, Ginto has done that way. But now this is just a warning, and I'm just giving this as a warning, because next time he will just suffer the brunt, because things are going to be getting worse, and that is the real forward way. So one-on-one, I'm going to be starting this kind of the video here to embrace and talk about what we need is encouragement, and what we need is supporting each other. We are brothers outside here, and whenever some people are just hearing about, oh, Ginto is fighting with this one, the other person is fighting with this one. Look at the other time here, we had much of the fight between Max One and Kamanja KE, and they were fighting seriously because of what? Who doesn't know? Who knows? And it's now coming to an end, whereby now things are going to be getting worse. You're going to be finding that now this family is becoming a very big, it's going to be called, it's going to be terminating much of the wars here. It's going to be luring much of the war in terms of one family to another family. And it may be the fathers ever lived harmoniously, but now you think about, now you want to come out because of your stupidity and arrogancy, and you think about you are the person who is having too much voice and too big bodies here, think about, oh, now it's going to be handled this way. Whether you have a small body or a big one, the fact is we should understand that the program is there. Tomorrow we will need each other. Who will be making sure that whenever somebody has a burial ceremony, who's going to be coming for the burial there? So who is going to be digging the graves? So the people who are just surrounding here. So if you're now making sure that, oh, Ginto's family should not go hand in hand with the other family, you are causing the troubles that they were not there during our ancestrals. So the fact is one, whenever Ginto can talk about now, I'm going to be dealing with you circumphoniously, it will have in an occurrence that Ginto is now feeling that, oh, he has been this way, he has been tackled this way, but the fact has to be spoken as the way it is. But the fact has to be remaining as a fact. And when you want to talk about this is how it is, think about you want to be coming out with the content and talking bad about Ginto, it's just going to be coming to an end. Because next time you'll find yourself where you have never seen yourself. That is the fact. And to go a good way way of living. I promised much of the people, when you are in the reaction, make sure that you are not fearing the police, and you are no longer doing anything. And it's because of helping much of the people. And to this kind of the fantastic way, it's because I've been following up much of the things that this kind of the guys that have been talking about. Oh, you understand, I want to arraign this kind of the person, I want to jail him completely. But Gintu, whenever Gintu steps in, things change, things becomes different. And that's the point now they come to talk about. They're going to be hating Gintu because I've terminated their program. Maybe they wanted this kind of the person not longer to belonging, because they're maybe aiming at the shambas of that kind of the people. They think about this, the only son, and they want to be making sure that this kind of the case is going to be going this way. So one-on-one, we are back to this kind of the system. And this kind of the video going to be coming to you. It's right now, we're going to be talking about how the scenario is and much of the regression that have been coming out. So to this kind of an extent, I'm going to be making sure that I'm introducing you to this kind of the face. It has been there, and much of the people are already posting them and talking about some quack things outside there. So to this kind of the 60-minute appearing to this kind of the channel, I have her here one-on-one. How are you?
I'm fine.
How is everything?
It's good.
It's good. What's your name?
My name is Winfreda.
Winfreda Muise. So you look like you don't want. Do you want?
I want it.
So the good fact is, sorry for this kind of the video, and I'm going to be asking for a permission. Do you allow me to have you with your permission of talking?
Yes.
A little bit talk, eh?
Yes.
So you don't have to extend it much, but I see the mood is not moving so good because of the condition. Now we shall just get to know what's really coming out at this kind of an extent. Before I go further, I have the parent who is taking care of the guy. How are you, man?
I'm fine.
You are the guardian.
I'm the guardian.
Who is making sure that you can just tackle and talk about, you can be like a father.
Exactly.
So sometimes whenever you have this and then this and this,
we contact with you.
what's your name, man?
My name is Matthew Nyangoko.
Matthew Nyangoko.
Yes.
Exactly. So you are the one who is just near here. So this is the home? This is your home?
Yes.
So your home is there?
My home is there.
Oh, your home is there. There's a home coming from the maze inside there. So they're just making sure that they're conjunction at this kind of the area, and they're alternating here to make sure that everything that's going to be happening here, they're going to be getting it here. So the good fact is today I have her one-on-one, and now you can just come closer to her here so they can just make sure that we are just having a little bit of a video here. So how old are you?
I'm 18 years.
18 years. So which form?
Form 2.
Form 2. So much of the videos have been coming out and talking about, I go straight to the point because I don't have to meander here, but I have to hit the point here. So there's somebody talking about, I am the one who lured you the money to go out of this kind of the home.
No.
Huh?
No.
So the last time we met, where were we?
At home.
At home. So the fact is, the last time I bought you what?
Rim pepper.
Rim peppers. And how much did I give you to go home?
100.
100 shillings. So you can just come home. And because I understand she was going back to school the lunchtime. And we were taking much of the time in Nyabuanse and talked about, oh, we were looking for the rim peppers, and we were struggling, and she's here. How many talk about stores did we go? Talk about the stationaries that we go and talking about, hey, do you have a rim pepper? No. How many were they? Many of them. So the good fact, guys, even that day I met with her in Nyabuanse and I talked about, oh, you told me about the rim pepper. So we are in town. I have to make it in town. I have to make sure that I'm just supplying or making sure that she's going to be getting the supplies from the stationaries, so they can just make sure that she's going to be going back to school. Was it on Sunday? Which day was it? I don't remember. Do you remember?
Yes.
The day?
Was it on...
Which day was it? I don't remember too, because but you were at home during that day. What I remember is you were at home and I met you coming from town. You were carrying a sugar to come and do some lunch and here and there. So the fact is, we went from one store to another looking for this kind of the rim pepper, and she was talking about they're using much of the rim pepper. The rim pepper that we are looking for is Pepper One, Top Copy, and Chamex. And all of those kind of the peppers, they were no longer available. When we go here, we were told that, oh, those ones, no. Right now, whatever is there is called
JK.
JK copy. JK copy? something like that one. So the rim paper that is there, it's JK copy. So we don't have the Chamex, we don't have, those are the brands of the rim papers there. So and then we went to at the stage, talk about the stage around Maja's area there, talk about the Freetown there, and we got a stationery there that we found, and they talked about, yeah, these ones that are here is the one who explained to us that this kind of the copies that are here are the ones that are being used with this kind of the local schools around us here. So how much were they? Was it how much? 850 per each copy, and I had to buy you and your sister.
Yes.
So they could just get them very fun, because they requested that, we are at home, because the last video I did, they talked about we are at home and we need rim papers because we are being sent rim papers. I cannot buy for one because I know there are two. Your sister? So which form is your sister? Form 2 too.
Yes.
So like you. Yes. So same stream?
No.
Or different streams?
Yes.
There are 2 streams in that school. Which
Yes.
school is it?
St. Angela.
St. Angela Merich. So the good fact is we are here one-on-one, and the good fact is much of the people said you are lost.
I'm not sure.
You are not lost.
Yes.
So but you went out of home.
Yes.
So what caused you to go out of home?
Because of hard life, such life.
Can you increase a little bit the volume? A little bit.
I'm an orphan.
Uh-huh.
I don't have my father and my mom. We live with my grandmother.
So that's what caused you to go out.
We suffer.
You are suffering
Yes. For food.
for food.
Yes.
And what about the school staffs?
School staff.
Like talk about like the way you are coming at home, talking about I need this one. So the last time I came here, I found your sister, the young one. She told me that motivation money.
Yes.
So have you paid motivation money? Did you pay them?
No.
So the last time you came out from home, what was the problem until you went out?
Because I get pregnant.
Because you get pregnant.
Yes.
So so you are pregnant.
Yes.
So what caused you to so the pregnancy that lured you to go out?
Yes.
So why?
Because of
So you are fearing?
yes.
So grandmother or the uncles or the guardians,
Uncles.
they're gonna be doing anything.
Yes. They're gonna be beat.
They can beat you.
Yes.
So did you tell them that you are pregnant?
No.
No one knew. So if they could have not knew, why did you go and then? Why couldn't you go? Grandmother knows that one?
Yes. Even them they knew.
Or they knew?
Yes.
So so you feared that they're gonna be beating you.
Yes.
Then you ran away. So where did you go specifically?
I go to my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
Yes.
So the grandmother of
Of my
talk about the how do we call it now? So which kind of the grandmother? From another father, or the grandmother from
my
grandfather,
yes.
or the sister to your grandfather?
Yes.
Okay, that's where you went.
Yes.
Where specifically?
Tanzania.
It was in Tanzania.
Yes.
So who paid the money for you to go, or you? How did you reach there?
I went by foot.
By foot. Is it so far?
Not so.
So how long?
It is like 20, I think 10 kilometers to 20.
10 kilometers to 20.
Yeah.
So
Can be 10 to 20 kilometers.
10 to 20 kilometers
From home.
from here.
From here.
So okay. So when you just went by foot, the way you are that way, that's how you went.
Yes.
Don't cry. I know it's very confidential. Yes, I understand. But the good thing is we are here. Don't cry, no problem. The fact is I'm here to understand you and to make sure that because I was supporting you, much of the people will come out and talk about, Gint was part of the program, this and this. So I want to understand the real, because I paid for you the fee, the term 1 fee.
Yes.
And I was, did I pay the remedy also?
Yes.
I paid the
term
remedy.
one.
Huh?
For term 1.
For term 1. And also I bought you much of the books and the rim papers.
Yes.
So I understand that kind of a way. So to the real fact now, what lured you until you could just go and talk about you want to get pregnant? What was wrong? Was it the people wanted, maybe you have grown up, or how did they come?
Because of
Do you have any the challenges that you are occurring at home?
yes.
So like the hard life.
Yes.
So per day, do you get much of the meals per day? Do you eat at home?
No.
You don't eat.
We eat. We don't eat bad.
You don't eat. Okay.
When my grandmother get food, it is when we eat.
So when your grandmother get food, it's when you eat.
Yes.
So that's the condition that you are living.
Yes.
And it's a condition that it has lured you until you have talked about you have to live because it's becoming hard.
Yes.
And right now you understand the condition she is. And guys, to the real fact I'm going to be talking about, getting pregnant is not the last minute for a person to talk about I want to lose hope or I do this one. But what I understand is even getting the pregnancy, we are not encouraging much of the ladies to just run away from their homes that okay, it's because of this, it's because of that one. And I'm just, because I've been unto their life, I want to understand that because I understand there's even a time I purchased the trees here for them to go back to school so as I can just do with them. When I was starting my construction, I bought here some of the trees that supported you with money. And it's because they never had much of the money, and they talked about okay, we can even sell trees for the father before he could just pass on. He left much of the trees that they were just here. Talk about they are called gravarias, and they came to lumberize and make sure that I'm getting some of the timbers from there so they can just get money for them to go back to school. And to the real fact, I just make sure that I'm just unto their lives. And to the real fact, it's because it's even harming me because there's a time I broadcasted this kind of the video and I talked about we can support, and much of the people came and we paid much of the fee. The term 1 fee I cleared it. Yes. And term 2 it has been cleared with your uncle, and term 3 also. Yes. So there's no problem in terms of now learning. So the fact is, do you get any complications in school, any kind of traumatization, anybody bullying you anywhere? No one is bullying you. So, so the good fact is we have to understand the real fact, what is really coming to an essence of now. So it's the time that I'm going to be asking about, because they are related with this kind of the people are talking about, oh, my sisters. So have you ever met with Ernest?
Which?
It's called Nyangoko.
We met her at Nyabahansa when we were coming from school.
So anything you have ever spoken about, has he ever told you that they're going to be supporting you in this one?
No.
Nothing. But you call him the brother?
Yes.
Or the cousin?
Brother.
Your brother. So it's just looking at you the way you are and living.
Yes.
So have you ever expressed that we have a problem to be helped?
No.
And but he understands that you have problems.
Yes.
So the good fact, guys, I'm telling you is not a person from the same family will ever help you. Not everybody, because too much of the people have too much talking, but they cannot understand that the environment has different scenarios, the sufferings that are there. And the real fact of the moment is I saw much of my face and her face in his video, and so many videos there talking about Ginto has been luring. Have I ever lured you money to go somewhere or to do anything?
No.
Apart from going to school?
No.
Because much of the people want to understand it as a fact. Why is it coming out that now they have got now Ginto to be hit like Safari Rally? Because I'm helping and I'm trying to help, and they have seen that I can make it, because when much of the people right now they're attacking me, and I can just ask her. I was having a girlfriend at my home. You know her?
Yes.
What's the name?
Pauline
Gatti. You understand her? So the fact is, whenever we were just collecting much of the pads, was she available?
Yes.
She was available. So the fact is, sometimes, guys, when we want to say something which is very fantastic, when I'm giving out even the sanitary needs, I talk about if you'll come where the occasion is, nobody will identify that you are there or whom are you at this perspective way. But some people want to come out tremendously, talking about, oh, I've been using this, I've been lured this way, I've been into terms of this one. But when we go back to the scenario, how it is, much of the people have been benefiting. Have you ever seen anybody complaining that, oh, Gintu has not given me or any kind of the problem to the village here? Because I understand my way of getting forward, meaning that this is the way of getting forward, and I aim at the studies. You know, much of this kind of the people are coming with much of the words which are lunatic, which are psychopathic way, and liquid, talk about liquidified brains that they cannot work properly. They think about their stupidity, it's entitled to other people. Their failure is entitled to other people. The fact is we are trying, even her right now, she's back at home, and to the real fact, I can go back to the uncle. So when I came here last time and I met you here and I told you that I'm gonna be coming to get this kind of the toilet done, because she's the only grandmother who is living at this kind of the home, and I told you that I'm gonna be coming here, and I told you that make sure that you are not misusing the bricks, and let no one come and talk about I want to buy the bricks because I want to be using them. Even the grandmother, to her, she was the one who was collecting this kind of the sand, because I promised them that I'm going to be coming to mend this kind of the toilet here. So when I came that day, I talked about, you said that she's lost. And we talked about it. And much of the accusations were coming from out that, oh, you understand, it's Gintu has made her to come out. So to the real fact, from when now you are the one who went, because I promised you that have you identified, have you reported the matter, and you have got, you went and you had an OB. It was number 19 of was it on 26th 26th on Monday. So he went to the police so as he can just make sure that getting an OB to make sure that we are just putting everything very quiversome. So as we are here back to and I promised you that go and I'll just pay much of the money needed so you can just trace where she is. And right today you have just found her.
I found her
early in the morning. And you came back with her. So how was the matter when you reached there?
When I reached there, I met. He lived here. By the way, exactly the way he moved here.
Our dashboard. Guys, we are back to make sure that everything is good. So I was asking about now when you got the story that Muisa, she is out, what did you do?
I first reported it to the police. After reporting, I started finding where she is. I found there's the day, but I don't know which day. It was on, when is today?
Oh, today is on Friday.
On Friday. It was on Thursday. On Tuesday. I mean, there's one person come from Tanzania, from the grand church of this.
Of her.
He come and says Muis is there.
She's there.
She's there. So he said that he is coming with her here. I am waiting for her for around 2 days. So that tomorrow, now today, I went very early in the morning and I met her. We talked with her. We talked with the people who are there.
Who hosted her.
Who hosted her. They tell me that Muis went there last week. This is Monday we could be the second week.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah, exactly when she came, she moved from here. He went there. There's no place he went. So she went.
So you mean that she went on Monday?
She went on Monday. Yeah.
So without going to school, or you went with a uniform? No uniform. So you went like you woke up like you're gonna be going to school on Monday?
That's the bag. He was carrying the bag.
So who knew that you're gonna be going? Nobody. Nobody. So you went.
Yes.
So again, so when you have just talked about you have now accomplished the mission, now you have gone there and we have just come with her here. So have you identified who is behind the scene? Talk about you went to the police.
I went to the police
today.
Yes. First I came until home. We asked her where was she, how did she get pregnant. She told us there's one guy from Mabera, So I reported the case to the police because I had an OB.
Yeah.
The way I reported, they asked her. She said
Everything.
She said everything.
How
and
it
then,
is.
Yeah, he lived even the number, the
Okay.
phone number of that guy. They called him. Yes, they talked with the police. They talked much more things. The guy denies. The police told her to go back in school. She appreciated to go back in school.
I appreciate that you are pregnant.
Yes, she appreciated. So after there, I went until school to the school. She's learning. I go and report there because she
went
in,
minus giving information.
Yes, she was in
Civilian.
They told me I go with her Monday with the uniform.
Okay. So on Monday you are going there.
She's going back now to school.
To school.
But she's lacking 1,000 for remedial.
1,000 for remedial.
Yeah.
So this year it's completely in terms of fee.
This year, in terms of fee, I've cleared just remedial.
Remedial money.
Just remedial money.
So, so it's because of how you have just understood her. Is it meaning that she was traumatized? That maybe you are this way? Did you get any kind of the information that she's traumatized or she's being forced to something? Maybe she right now maybe talk about the condition of home, or are you finding difficulties whenever you are carrying the fetus? Do you have any problem that maybe you are sick? Maybe you are finding some things are not good, maybe the food is not good sometimes, because right now the condition she is, there's some of the condition you reaches whenever you are just pregnant. You can find that it doesn't want somebody. The stomach talk about the stomach. That's how they talk about the stomach doesn't want you.
Anything.
Or it doesn't want this kind of the food because they are so appetite. Talk about the appetizers. So sometimes you feel like she feel like this is looking awkward. This is nasty sometimes, but it is food. I understand that kind of the condition is there. So do you find any kind of the problem? No problem.
Is there anything she's lacking? No. In the body? No.
So you are good.
Yes.
So the fact is you feel like you are maybe you could get a bad thing from whenever they're going to be, maybe you are fearing and talking about maybe they will beat you, that who is just behind. So anyone has ever beaten you? No one. So they were just talking to you. So as you understand, guys, back to the system here, we have different problems and we have different scenarios that we can just talk about at this position here, because how you want to understand, because things get difficult when we get into the young lady like her, and I can just talk about sometimes we have different ways of understanding, because when I was giving out the sanitary needs, you are there during that time, and I was giving out the sanitary needs whenever I was bringing the doctor. So I think she was teaching much of the things on how they should behave, how this and this, but I don't know why did you be lured until you get into such kind of the condition?
Because of I'm struggling because of food.
Because of food.
Yes, because of
don't hesitate. Don't have much of that. Nobody's giving you a headache way. You just decompose yourself. There's no problem. We want to understand, because it's a program that I ever run talking about. We want to understand. Want to understand the real scenario that she is this way, she gonna be that way, and okay, I go back to the equation, because sometimes it's gonna be very hard for her to explain much of the things how they were. We understand the condition, and during my parts I can just talk about the nurse. Whenever I came out with the nurse, she ever thought about much of the discipline, talk about self-discipline and how they should manage themselves. themselves talk about ABC, abstinency, and such kind of the things. And I emphasized on abstinency. That is what I was ever talking about. And I think also the girlfriend I was having, she was ever been taught about abstinence. I don't know if that's what she was talking about. I don't know. So the good fact is the way we are here, are you going to be going back to school? Do you have a morale of learning?
Yes.
Do you have a morale of learning?
Yes.
So you're going to be going back to school?
Yes.
So on Monday, you're going to go to school?
Yes.
To make sure that, so what don't you have? Talk about any kind of the equipment.
I need to go boarding school.
You need to go to the boarding school?
Yes.
Because you are getting much of the hardships here passing through eastwards and south. So when you are going to school, talk about you are a day scholar. A day scholar is meaning that she's a day scholar. She's going and coming back in the evening. So do you always walk going and walk coming?
Yes.
That is how many kilometers do we have from here to St. Angela? 5 kilometers?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 5 kilometers. So per day they're just walking 10 kilometers a day, and it's daily to go and come back. So if we get something good, how much is the fee for you to board?
About
35,000. So right now you are in the midterm, or you have, or right now you have any insecurity? Talk about anybody talking about oh, I don't want to see you here, or any kind of a problem, so as you can just understand that it's a critical problem that you have. There's nothing. So the good fact is you're going to be going back to school, but in boarding.
Yes.
So right now it's in the midterm. We talk it as it is, because as right now it's a midterm, and you're gonna be getting to it's just the second term in the midterm.
Yes.
So they're gonna be coming for when are they coming for how is it called? After.
After.
Next month?
Yes.
Next month.
Yes.
So from there, so we can just check about it, and we can just analyze to understand what's really coming to this kind of the way forward, so you can just know how it is coming and how it's gonna be going. Because whenever I see them getting to this kind of the condition, I know even right now I've just left the grandma there. She's talking about they're gonna be eating much of the cassava, which is cassava using water, and I talked about, oh my living God. So this is the life that much of the people are passing through. I understand, and that's why I promised that I want to be part of them, that I will not be providing so bigger things, because even the government of Kenya is there. Have you ever got a bursary?
No.
You have never got a bursary. Have you ever applied?
Yes.
You apply?
Yes.
But you have never got a bursary.
Yes.
So I talked to the guardian here. So have you ever applied for her the bursary?
Yes, we applied
Both two
to
of
the-
them.
Both two, yes. We applied both to the MP and the
MCA.
MCA.
The ward representative.
Yes.
So why didn't they come? Because I see people got the bursaries.
People got, but I didn't see.
You didn't
didn't
see.
see, yeah.
So there was no bursaries here.
No person, yeah.
Okay.
We paid cash. And the one you support.
Yeah, that's the money that I
That is the
supported.
money, yeah.
So we are lacking equity, and we are lacking this kind of the equity of making sure that how they would be disbursing this kind of the money to the schools, and so as this kind of the people could just talk about the orphans. I think in Kenya, I don't know where we are heading in terms of talking about the equity, equitability and humanity, whereby we could just be having the orphans are the ones who would be getting the first priority. And I think this kind of the money is going to the related people for this kind of the politicians. That is what is there. And such kind of the guys, they're not getting. Imagine, even me, I have an orphan at my home, and I'm the one who is taking care of him. And he is right now in Form 3 in Sibania High School. And the bursary that came, he was given 3,000 shillings only. Imagine, and he is an orphan, but you can get a person who has parents. They are there, both of them, but they are getting more than how much?
More than 20,000.
More than even 20,000, which is approximately more than $150. And that is the fact. I don't know where are we moving as a country, or where are we moving as the people who have the courtesy that they understand the real fact about if it could be me. I'm telling this as a fact that I'm just the one who's going to be disbursing the, it's called CDF money for making sure that you're going to be funding the people who don't have much, who are indeed in need. And the fact is we are having that kind of a problem, that they are selecting people from their own horizon. Talk about their community, that, oh, I want to support my brother as kids. I want to support I don't know who, from their own zone. But when it comes to the interior, talk about the girls in the interior here, we are having a problem. That's why, guys, I came out as me, because I know the sufferings that much of the people are passing through this kind of the village. And I talked about I'm going to be having the sanitary needs program. I'm going to be having this kind of a way of promoting the ladies and promoting whoever I found that you are just in need. I'll just promote you. I give much of the people the work. Whenever the boys close the school, I give them work. They want to be putting fertilizer to the maize, and I pay them so they can just get something to establish themselves. Buy a pen, buy a book. And to the ladies, what could they just do? The defect is things are getting, and whenever they remember that, oh, if we could be like the other families, that's what sometimes is lulling them to have this kind of the entity of talking about, oh, I wish I could be like the other person, so as I could be having the parents, I could be having this one. So they are just always talking about, oh, my living God. So if I could be that way, so what I can just promise you is don't hesitate. Don't talk about now you are pregnant, now you're gonna be the end of you. No, you're gonna be having much of the things to do. Even me, whenever I was learning the school, I was learning in a school whereby it is called Isibani High School, and I can just remember during that time the fee became a problem because my mom got brucellosis, and she was no longer even walking, and she was crying like a child in the house, and there's no money sometimes. And everybody, you have brothers, yes, they have their own family, they have their own problems. So who is there? So we came together as a family, talked about, okay, we will be supporting, even if it's small. We will support. Even if we want to sell the land, we will sell the land for our mom to be treated a little bit. But what came out at that kind of the time, we found that I had to drop out of the school so that I can just look for a school that I will be paying less money. And that selection, I just selected it my own. And I got in that school, there are so many ladies whom I learned with. In that school, I went in Form 3 and in Form 4. There's a lady who gave birth while we were in Form 3. And again, much of the ladies, there's even a lady who gave birth when the exam started, national exam started. Okay. And I talk about, we were treating her, we understand, it's a program, it is. So it will reach at a time now, never talk about you're going to be doing abortion. So you might be doing much of the terrible things. So right now, just have humor. Do you understand me? Just have humor, be patient, because I know it's very, very hard. It's very hard. I know it's very hard right now, and the condition it is. But I'll do my best. I'm going to be supporting them in terms of food.
Yes.
So sometimes if you find that there's a problem with food, you just pass through my home, because you are passing through my home while coming to your home. Pass through there, get much of the food, because I have maize, I have kales, I have small, talk about the greens, and I'm going to be supporting you. You understand? So sometimes, because the grandmother cannot walk up to there, because she's older enough, and also sometimes it can become a problem whenever she's going to be getting through this kind of the channel up to whenever she can just come to my home. So the good fact is, pass through, and sometimes I'm going to be coming here, but I'm just told that, oh, whenever I'm passing through, there's a lady here that I was having as a girlfriend, yes, and they're just living here, very conjunction with here. So whenever I'm passing, she's talking about, oh, Gintu always passes here. So do they want Gintu not to pass, that they're talking about I'm threatening anyone? I don't have any kind of a threat. And the good fact is I don't have much of the issues of talking about, oh, I'm going to be harming someone. If you have decided that you want to talk about Gintu and earn money, talk about him and keep on pressing it, because I understand the reaction has much of the impact, positive and negative. So for you, I want to be talking about, you don't hesitate and talk about, oh, you're going to be having this kind of a problem and this kind of a problem. The good fact is, stay the way you are, be focused, determined, and you're going to be doing best. And it's not the end. because the life continues. Even if there are so many ladies who are in even university, and whenever they can tell you that they have children at home who are learning in school. Maybe you can talk about a person is in university learning, the child who maybe just gave birth during those kind of the years of the high school. They are now in they are now in grade 3, grade 4, and a person is in university learning. So don't give up that, oh, it's gonna be this way. Much of the people are gonna be talking about, oh, you are pregnant. No, that is the status. But you are good right now because already you have known that you are fertile. That's the good thing about it. So the fact is right now even people are selecting that who is fertile at this kind of the position. Exactly. So don't give up, and you're gonna be whenever you have any kind of a problem, you just come and tell me. You understand? Yes. Yeah, you just come and tell me, because I want to be part of the program and I want to be helping you whenever I know that this is how it is. And the good fact is this kind of the toilet, it's going to be the one that even right now, guys, you can even see the condition how it is. It's just the daytime here, and you'll find that the toilet is very vacant. So much of the people here right now, they are using maize fields here as one of the good area for them to go and dispose some of the waste here and there. So the fact is don't be hearted. Don't give up. Tomorrow is another day. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Tomorrow is another day. So on Monday, you just go to school, and I'll communicate with him whenever you reach there.
Yes.
Call me so as you can just understand how much money is for the making sure that you're going to be boarding, so as you can just understand, because there are two. I don't know if I can make sure that the two of them are going back to the boarding. I don't know, but I can try my best. Sometimes whenever I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be finishing the toilets, I'm going to be now making sure that I'm venturing into the people who are having very big problems like her. And to the real fact, I know the life is not, it's the condition of the life, and the talk about how the movement is and how they're just treated outside here. It's becoming a problem. And I asked you again, do you have any problem in school in terms of traumatization? That maybe somebody are talking about, oh, you are pregnant from here, oh, the guy is laughing from this kind of the side?
They did.
You don't have?
Yes.
Or they're there?
They did not.
Or they don't know?
Yes.
So make sure that no one is talking about she is, and to make sure that we are having her own privacy. Whenever you're going to be reaching her time that you're going to be now coming out, because you're going to be coming out now, they're going to be talking about, oh, she is this way, and also the behavior will change a little bit, and talk about that is it. So don't ease a little bit, and I want to be making sure that you are going to be giving you a nurse who are going to be taking care of you, to make sure that whenever you have any kind of a problem, you will be passing through that kind of a hospital and be checked, whatever problem you could be having, because right now you need a lot of care and balanced diet food. And that one, I'm going to be promising that whenever I get something small, whatever I talk about, I'm going to be promising them, and I'm going to be giving out. I'm just attached because I ever saw them whenever they were healthy, they were this way and this and this way. But it has come. Sometimes we have, we cannot talk about is Satan. No, it is about of that we are just thinking about what if it will be this way. Don't cry. Don't cry. So everything is good. So at least I've just told you that it's not the way you could be staying at home again and talk about now. You know, we have some of the homes where, like her right now, she could have been beaten like a Cherokee drum, and be told that who told you to be this way? And no. You understand, whenever a person doesn't have parents, that is the scenario that's going to be coming out. A person can talk about, no, you are this way, you are that way. So you're going to be hitting you like a safari rally. And they're going to be talking about, you are messing with us. We are trying our best to make sure that you are going to school. You are getting a place to sleep. But you are doing this one. But that is not a way and a courtesy of making sure they're going to be learning. The good fact is give them a morale. And also we have to make sure that they are moving forward. Getting a pregnant or a pregnancy is not the end of the life. The good fact is she's gonna be continuing with her own studies. But the people who are, and I'm gonna be finishing with this kind of the video, talking about this kind of the demagogues, the goons who are talking about Ginto has been part of the program, helping her, and even she can admit. And if you're going to be doing it again, and I'm warning and I'm warning again, if you're going to be doing it again, you will face the law. and we'll find it terrible. And we talk about Gintu is bad in this way, Gintu is bad in that way. But the fact, whenever it comes that I'm going to be dealing with you circumphoniously, you'll just know that the thinking you are having is very, very small at this kind of the rate. So the good fact is let's prevail and support each other. If you are talking about they are your sister, encourage them. Give them an encouragement that this is not the end for them to get forward. You are meeting them like trees, and whenever they are walking from school, you are meeting them and talking about, yeah, you are from school, yeah, bye, 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 bye. And you're talking about your sister should be protected. Yet you know the condition of them. Yet you cannot come and talk about the condition of her at this kind of the rate interior of this kind of the village, but you have to go to Gintu and talk about, yeah, give us the content, talk about how is Gintu treating you, and this kind of the postcoms and the intercoms of the day. But the fact has to be told as a fact. Even if they talk about it, they're going to be using this kind of the platform to discriminate much of the things. Right now, they're removing the humanity and the creativity of much of the people. And they're thinking about, they're going to be, oh, whenever we're going to be talking bad about Gintu, you're going to be winning much of the prizes that, oh, you know, we're going to be now contributing to you. Oh, whatever was contributing to Gintu to build the toilet, you're going to be now converted to this kind of the guy because he's talking bad about Gintu. It's going to be so immense. So the good fact is the brotherhood is better. And I never saw this kind of the fracture of stupidness that is just upholded in Nyabuanse. Much of the people are talking about, oh, you understand, it's because of this one, it's because of donations. Who told you? And how long have you ever performed this kind of the duties? How long have you ever talked about, I want to help this kind of the generation to move. I want to be helping my sisters. Yes, you understand, they are orphans. Everybody knows. And they are suffering to go to school. Even there's a time I came, they have a young brother, yes, whom I supported. Do you remember your young brother? I supported him with uniform. And I paid the school fee. I paid the school fees and the bag, and that is the movement that we need. And I understood that they have a problem. That's why I came in to make sure that I can help them. It's not like me. And a person is complaining about hair. Yet you can talk about Gintu is shaving, and somebody's talking about a hair, yet Gintu is the one who is looking for that kind of the money. And what about them? Who don't have even a parents, who even they don't know how they're going to be learning what's there tomorrow. Better you are staying at the house and you know that Gintu is constructing even the G castle, and you're going to be talking about my tomorrow, I'm going to be sitting and sleeping there. And right now you're talking about a hair, something that you can even, have you ever seen a president's wife in Kenya? Even all the presidents, I've never seen them even weaving much of the hair. They're even getting the boxes. They're just going to the barber shop and getting the box, a hair being cut, very trimmed, very fantastic. And they work and they do it. But we're coming out here to talk about materials. And some of the people are complaining about a material for the learning. And much of the people don't understand that this kind of the world has its own turns. Because we have to understand and go down and estimate. Don't be used because of knowing that it's a content. And you are giving them a content and telling them that oh, you understand, I'm this way, this is my grade. For what purpose? Are they going to help you in whatever? So the good fact is, if a person wants to support you, they could have already talked about, yeah, let's talk much action. This is what I'm doing. So on Monday, you're going to be going to school, and you're going to be giving me the rate about the school fee and for the boarding. And you're going to be going to the boarding. So from Monday, I'm going to be effectively doing that one. Nobody can do it. Even the government has failed us already. And that's what we are complaining about. We have to help ourselves. Not that everything we should run that, oh, you know, the government, oh, the government A, the government B. You will die waiting for the government if you don't work and talk about, I want to make sure that this is working. So the good fact is I have already introduced and I've stepped into their lives. And I understand. I'm even having much of the fees to pay. Talk about the guy I'm just supporting in the Hispania High School. I have small arrears, but I'm trying to pay them small. Even there's a time they came at home. You saw them. Even I'm sometimes getting a difficult to pay. Even he came at home and stayed for 4 days. And I could raise that kind of the money and make sure that I'm just getting him back to school. And also whenever going back to school, he went back again, talked about rim papers. Yes. No, remedial money. Talk about 2,000 for the whole terms. And I talk about that is the way forward. And for you, at least you have paid you the fee. Right now, you don't have any problem until the year comes. So on Monday, I'm going to be giving out that 1,000 because you're talking about you're going to be having a problem with the remedial money, 1,000. I'm going to be paying that 1,000. Again, they speak that Gintu has given out 1,000. So as it can just be lowered this way, it's going to be lowered this way. Not even talking much because I have it here. It is here, 1,000 Kenya shillings. And this is the money that I give. Again, they go and talk about, yeah, I've given out 1,000 so they can just lost from home. That is the fact that they're coming out so they can tarnish my name in the bad and their own immense things. Because they're talking about you're going to be helping. Let's help it onto the ground. And she's going to be going back to school. That's the fact. Not that it's an end, but we're going to be making it. So I'm giving you this kind of the money.
Thank you, guys.
So take it to school on Monday with him and tell me about how much they need. I will be raising, even if it's small, I'll be raising that small. I'll talk to the teachers and they'll accept me.
Yes,
Thank you very much for your time and also bringing her back. Yeah. We're going to be handling it. Are you now good? So you're going to be going back to school? Learn. Tomorrow is another day. We have a difficult nation outside here. Very difficult. When you don't learn, you're going to be talking about, you will be like a person who is talking about, I'm not given, I'm staying in the home, I'm doing this. But if you are learned, you're going to be knowing that you have to get small money, raise your own money, even if it's small, but you will be having it. Exactly. Not complaining that, I've been put here like a maid. Who has put you like a maid? You have to understand that it's because of the latitude and the longitudes that are separating and the core of the world, how it's just. So guys, we are ending this kind of the video. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you're going to be coming back to this kind of the route and everyone who is there, say tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow is another day.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow is another day, bro.
Tomorrow is another day, guys.
Exactly. That is the courtesy. Yeah. So keep it tuned. Bye-bye. I see the ugali is here. Aki ya Mungu, today is today. So you're going to be starting. You're going to be eating because you want to make sure that the eating is making sure. Right now, you know the way you are. You're going to be talking about, no, I don't have that. I'm here for you. You will eat it. So we are just here to make sure that everything is fantastic. So keep it tuned. Keep it locked. I'm going to be coming back with another episode to make sure that we are moving forward. This is the courtesy of us getting forward. Keep it tuned. Keep it locked. But this is the end. Keep it locked. I have the dogs here. Security is tight. Nobody can bring the problem under my legs here. And the security is very tight. Keep it tuned, guys. Back again.